on the Manchester United app now, the second part of which, the embargoed section, from 10:30 p.m. on Saturday night, so make sure you watch that. But what does the rest of the day now look like for you as you prepare for the trip to Fulham?
Now is just to finalize the starting 11. Has been hard in this beginning of the season, and that is a good thing. I arrange everything for the training, all the information, trying to be really basic on the information. So all the sheets, trying to put that in the 6 sentences for them, and then it's just a final training and travel to London.
It's one of the most beautiful grounds to go to, Craven Cottage. How much do you enjoy the visit there, and what are you expecting from Fulham?
A really hard game. Marco Silva is really smart coach, a really good coach. They have an identity. They play together for a while. But I'm more concerned about our team. We need to understand the opponent, but we need to be to do the right things and to be consistent compared to the last game. That is really important, because in the end you cannot control the result, but everything that we do to get the result is in our control, and we are doing everything.
It was a really good performance against Arsenal. The result didn't go our way, but after that, what is the message to the players in the week we just had?
I think we maintain the same message. That is that we show the good things, we show the things that we need to improve. We have time now to do that, and then you need to feel really excited to see the team again, and that is the feeling in the moment. We go to the games. We know that it's really tough every week. The pressure is there, but in this moment, I'm here today. I'm really excited to see the team again, and that is a very good feeling.
Yeah, the fans are really excited to see the team again as well, and our travelling support will always be amazing. But it's 2 very different away games we've got coming up. First Fulham in the Premier League, then Grimsby in the League Cup. So how important are our travelling support every time you play away?
They are amazing, and they showed last season. Everyone knows our away fans. I don't like to call them, they are our fans. But we'll try. We won last year in that pitch, but we want to play so much better. And again, we don't control the results, but we want for our fans to feel really proud of our team, and that we are going to do everything to try to win the game and to get a very good performance.
Yeah, well, that connection between you and the fans continues to be really strong, and long may that continue. Good luck at the weekend, boss.
Thank you.
Speculation around Manchester United and whether they will look to recruit a new goalkeeper this summer. Andre Onana, remember, missed their Premier League opener against Arsenal last weekend. Today, Rúben Amorim was giving nothing away about who will pick to face Fulham on Sunday.
Onana is ready to play like last week, so we'll see in the game who is going to be the goalkeeper. Lich is out, Nuz is out, the rest of the guys are fit and ready to play.
Right, since Rúben Amorim held that news conference, Michael, there has been news of a potential goalkeeper incoming at Manchester United.
That's right, Darmesh. United making progress in talks with Royal Antwerp to sign goalkeeper Senna Laarmans. Now, sources in Belgium have told us that a 17.3 million transfer is close to being agreed, with the structure currently under discussion. So United making progress with the Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Senna Laarmans.
Yeah, and if he was to come in, it wouldn't necessarily be as a number 1 goalkeeper, but they're looking long-term, are Manchester United, with regard to that possible signing. So possibly a keeper coming in at United. But of course, as we have been telling you, since they've made those 3 signings up front, the focus has been on departures at Manchester United. Marcus Rashford, of course, already gone to Barcelona. They're looking at suitable offers for the likes of Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund, Antony and Tyrell Malacia. And Rúben Amorim was asked about potential departures this afternoon, and this was his response.
It's not an idea that these guys are going to leave to play in the different club, and then we are going to receive another player. That we don't know what is going to happen, but we We are not waiting to get to take out someone to bring another player. One thing is not responsible for the other. It's not a good thing to have players in this situation, but it's clearly that they want to play in the different club, and that is clear. So we try to arrange everything for both parts to be happy. So I have to try to imagine to have the training with the guys that I think are going to be the future, and then the other guys are training and preparing for the next chapter. When the window is closed, it is a different history. When the window is closed, we have to receive the players, and then new life, and anything can happen.
Yeah, Carve, let's have a look at some of these players that Manchester United want to listen to offers for. One of the big ones, and probably the one that will get them the most amount of money, is Alejandro Garnacho. We just saw Chris Reedy describing what Chelsea's front line is going to look like tonight. He'll find it quite difficult getting in that team if he was to go, wouldn't he?
No, well, Chelsea need another player who can play wide left because Mudrik's unavailable at the moment. Jadon Sancho has gone. They've brought in Jamie Gittins, but they need another player there. And their number one target is Garnacho. But look, Chelsea know that Garnacho effectively has no future at United. It's very difficult to see him ever playing for United again. And Chelsea's position is, why would we pay over the odds for a player who's got no future at United and for a player who wants to move to Stamford Bridge? I'm pretty sure he's going to end up being a Chelsea player before the window closes, but it's got to be at a price point that is acceptable to both sides. One side wants 50, the other one wants to play around 30. I think a compromise is going to have to be reached, and maybe it will be reached once Chelsea have sold some more players.
Yeah, so Alejandro Garnacho looks like he will end up at Chelsea, as you said there, Carve. Not so clear-cut is the future of Rasmus Højlund. Remember, AC Milan were really trying hard to sign Rasmus Højlund. They proposed a loan with an option. Manchester United prefer a permanent deal. Rasmus Højlund prefers a permanent deal. Napoli now are thought to be trying to formulate a deal whereby they do a loan with an obligation to buy. Antonio Conte is really keen on signing Rasmus Højlund, and it's understood that Højlund and United could be up for this deal because Napoli can obviously offer Champions League football. So definitely one to watch there. Garnacho potentially to Chelsea. Højlund, you never know, potentially to Napoli. Jadon Sancho, Michael, another player who could be on his way out, but where?
Hang on, if Højlund's watching, just look at what Antonio Conte's done to Scott McTominay. So, all right, anyway. Right, on Jadon Sancho. Look, he's confident, we understand, of securing a move away from Manchester United before the window closes. Now, Roma are now looking at alternatives to Sancho because Roma had this bid worth £20 million and held talks with the player. But Sancho wanted to explore other options. Bit of a surprise, in my opinion. But Besiktas showed an interest, but they're not in active discussions, we understand. We know Borussia Dortmund and a number of clubs have been kept updated on the situation. So big clubs still want him, that's for sure. So he looks to be that they will, by the end of the deadline, get that solution. Yeah,
I know Manchester United fans are probably getting bored about all the players that potentially could leave the club. I still think they want to spot a market opportunity if it's possible to bring in more players. We've talked about the goalkeeper, but they're still exploring the market for a midfielder in this transfer window. Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller is a player they like and that they have looked at in this window. However, it's gone no further than initial interest at this stage. No club-to-club contract. He's a German international, still got 3 years left on his contract. You'll remember that earlier on in the window, Carlos Baleba was a big target for Manchester United, but Brighton made it clear not for sale. But as I mentioned before, as much as the focus is on departures at Old Trafford, they do want to be in a position that if a market opportunity was to present itself, they are in a position to be able to act on that market opportunity. Right.
Available back. Is Onana ready to start?
Onana is ready to play like last week, so we'll see in the game who is going to be the goalkeeper. Lich is out, Nuz is out, the rest of the guys are fit and ready to play.
Obviously, Sunderland's Sunday, an important match, but there seems to be a lot going on with the deadline getting closer. There seems to be a lot to sort out in terms of outgoings. Is there any movement on that side? Any hopeful of bringing anyone in?
No, you have to talk with Jason. We have a department that is responsible for that part. I'm just focused on the performance on Sunday.
Maguire's desire is to emulate the likes of Dennis Irwin, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce and Brian Robson, who are all fondly regarded as key United mainstays by the club's support. Regardless, the man with 64 England caps is unlikely to be short of options. He is known to be aware of stunning season. Former teammate Scott McTominay has enjoyed following his switch to Napoli, which saw him named Serie A's most valuable player as he scored 12 goals to help his side win the league. In Maguire's case, former United bosses Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who brought him to Old Trafford, could offer escapes to Turkey via Fenerbahce and Besiktas, while Galatasaray are known to be admirers. French duo Monaco and Marseille are monitoring the situation for a player who could move for free at the end of the season. Clubs from outside England can approach players to negotiate pre-contract agreements, as much as 6 months before the end of their contracts. That means that, should United and Maguire fail to reach an agreement, his exit could be sealed as early as January. A new deal would cap a remarkable turnaround for the Sheffield-born centre-half. He lost the captaincy under Eric Ten Hag and came close to joining West Ham United in 2023. However, Maguire has enjoyed something of a renaissance under Rúben Amorim, and became a key figure for United following the Portuguese's arrival. Indeed, at times he was often thrown up front thanks to his aerial ability, with United sought on attacking options, and delivered the dramatic late winner in April's staggering 5-4 Europa League quarter-final win against Lyon. In January, United triggered a one-year extension to his deal, with Maguire also named as captain in Bruno Fernandes' absence.